I am Dale Williams with Park Williams Homes. This section of our website is for investors. We'll just give a little bit of information here, kind of a big picture or overview for investors. I'm speaking to you as an investor myself. My life financially and my wife's life and our family business essentially is from here over. Any of you watching this who've read any of Robert Kiyosaki's books will instantly recognize this. This is Robert's teachings, employee or employee, small business or self-employed, business owner, and investor. We like Robert because he gives some very practical, straightforward definitions, and I'll just pass on what I've gleaned from reading his work. So the business owner is defined as being someone who doesn't have to show up to work. That's a business owner. Contrasting that to, say, a business owner like a doctor, lawyer, dentist, they wouldn't actually be a business owner if they have to show up for work. So that dentist has to show up and actually be there in his, dental, working on someone in the chair there. He's going to be self-employed or small business. If he, however, or she has a big enough business where they actually don't have to show up for work, then and only then will they become a true business owner. So even though these people earn huge amounts of money, they might also be athletes, or they might also be, famous celebrity type people. As long as they're making their money from their personal appearance or work, they're over here. It doesn't matter how much money they make. It's only when you actually have something working for you that you move over to this side, business owner, investor. So I'm assuming since you're watching this, this is your interest and passion, so we'll leave that alone for now and focus on the B and the I side. And if you're considering investing with us, what we're planning on doing is the biggest investors in the company is going to be the company itself, the people who staff and make up the company. We're building a company where those people are the largest investors in the company. If you need an analogy, it'd probably be like the farmer and everybody working towards the success of that farm. So in our case, we want to farm cash flow and net worth, not bales of hay or whatever. So that's what we're aiming for from a big picture. And people who probably will consider investing with us are probably people over here, people with some extra money, but they're looking at, say, investing in a real estate-based investment, which is where we're going to keep our investments based. And they're going to be, whatever the business is, it's going to be based on a real estate investment. So you might be over here earning good money as the engineer, the doctor, the dentist, or what have you. So many other careers, police officer, etc. And you might be saying, hey, I want to invest in something besides just tossing it out there in the stock market and kind of praying for good fortune. So that's where I think we'll come in. We'll be able to do what we've done for ourselves for people like yourselves who want to invest but don't necessarily want to go out and actually create, say in our case we actually created a renovation company and did our own renovations and then sold those renovations to our investment company, which in turn held them and managed them for reasons of passive cash flow, passive income. So that's kind of our mindset, and the two goals we have are passive income through the investments. So we want to be able to build a portfolio that sends you a passive income. It's not enough for us to say, okay, there's X dollars and it's going to be worth X more dollars and X more dollars. It's kind of hard to live off X more dollars. You actually need X dollars on a check that you can cash and live on. And that's where the passive income comes from. So that's a big part of our investment strategy, is to produce investments that will spin off excess cash for passive income. Another part is net worth. We all need net worth to, a secure financial future, So these two in combination, we'll never ignore one for the other. Our priority is passive cash flow, and but we want to get the net worth increases going there as well. So if you're putting in 1,000, you want to know that it can grow to 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, and that's basically, I think, what the unions call COLA, cost of living allowance. So basically, you know, this is an inflationary world. I know it's an inflationary world. If you just have $1,000 and let it sit there, by the time you're ready to retire, you might take that $1,000 and, I don't know, buy a loaf of bread with it or a liter of fuel, because that's all it's going to be worth. You need to know that it's cost of living allowance, so it's going to be ratcheting up and at least keeping pace with inflation, preferably outpacing it. So that's our focus there. And again, all our investments will be real estate based, regardless of the fact that they're a business. They're going to be based on a real estate investment. So I hope you'll consider our company if you're in that category where you really want a real estate-based investment, but you don't necessarily want to go out and, you know, take on the headaches, trials and tribulations, and the risks of kind of going it on your own, which is very much the characteristic. These types of people, one of their biggest characteristics is that independent, I will do it myself type people. Nobody does it better than me. That's over here. Whereas once you're over here, you're more of a we crowd. So this is the me crowd. This is all me, me, me. And this is the we crowd. What can we do? How can we make things happen? That's probably the biggest psychological difference between being over here and being over here. When you're in the business world, investment world, you're thinking, how do we get stronger? How do, you know, we make that better investment? When you're over here, you're probably thinking very much of me, you know, my RSPs, my self-directed, blah, 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 choose your investment. So we're going to be focused over here. So hopefully that's some good general information. There'll be more information as we go, and hopefully you'll consider investing with us. Thank you.